Oh, I love holding the...
Yeah, that was fucking great.
No one ever remembers the ramen, bro. There's like a whole continuity. One episode will just have an episode of just the ramen talking. I'm over here like sucker mother fart turned and he's got to put a ducky over my mouth and just bleep all of it out. I'm sorry, I totally did that to you. I absolutely gave you that work for no reason. Alright, you ready?
Wait, we have to clap though to sync the thing.
Is this not a good enough sound? No, we should clap.
Yeah, we gotta clap.
Alright, let's put this in our hands and clap the storm crow.
And then I'm gonna rip it. Ready?
3, 2, 1. Close enough. There we go.
Crows.
Josh hates Stormcrow, so I destroyed a magic card in his honor because, you know, you do things that you wouldn't normally for the people that you love, as long as they're things that you want to do.
9.
Welcome to season...
Battle of Wits!
Season Wits episode battle.
Season 2, episode
Season
3.
2, episode 3, I think.
It
I don't
is.
know. All the days are blending together.
They really are.
Stay home so we can get done with this, please. We miss each other a lot. Like, this is the only time we get to see each other. And then he gets, like, shipped off in a limo. And then I get, you know, put on a charter jet and back to my private island in the middle of nowhere. Staying home is a lot harder when you're in a giant mansion on a volcanic island in the middle of the Pacific Ocean. It's just, God, time zones, and I'm jet lagged. Delirious. Anyway. Ikoria. So we were wrong about the things that were gonna be completed. It turns out that the thing that Watsy believes that we really wanted a conclusion to was the ultimatum cycle, because that didn't break standard before with what was it? The border posts. It was the border post and the ultimatum
yeah.
were
It was like
standard
Alara
together
and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, and that was awful. So
I liked the format.
Yeah, it was fun, but like
Yeah.
everyone was playing 4 and 5 color.
Just cruel ultimatum, baby.
Yeah, and so
This time we get 5 more.
yeah, and the Just Guy ultimatum's really bad. Sorry about that.
I mean, gain 5 life.
Yeah, like anytime Watsy puts white in a card, they have to make it at least a little bad.
Yeah, it's just. I mean, like, I don't know. The Just Guy ultimatum's okay. It's a decent card, you know. Draw 5, deal 5 is still good. But yeah,
Gaining only 5
gain
life.
Part.
It's
Should
so
maybe,
bad.
I don't know. Done something else. White, exile a thing. I don't know.
Yeah,
Destroy an artifact, enchantment, something. I don't know. 5 up to 5 maybe. That would have been nice. I don't know.
exile up to 5 creatures, return them to the end at the end of turn.
Yeah, like
they
flicker
could have
them or
done. They could have
something,
done a
yeah.
lot of stuff that
Weird.
wasn't that, and that was what we got.
Yeah.
But it turns out that all of the Godzilla creatures are real, and that's cool.
Yep. All the Godzilla stuff was legitimate.
We got a really cool Simic commander, Kinnan. I can't remember what his special name is afterwards, but anytime
doubler.
you tap a non-land permanent for mana, you get an extra mana of that type. Lit. Okay.
Is it only non-lands?
It's only non-lands.
Okay.
And then for 5 green-blue, you can look at the top 5 cards and cast one of them for
Put a
free.
non-human creature card from among them onto the battlefield. Put the rest on the bottom in any order.
Elf Ball.
Yeah. It's
Elves.
a fun card.
Elves. There's a lot of really cool commander cards in there. There's
I mean, like all the mutate mythics are pretty cool.
There's the blue-black human rogue that flash spells cost you 1 less and are uncounterable or something like that, which is silly.
It's kind of crazy.
Thank you.
I like it.
Nothing like flashing things in on people's end steps. Sultai just got. Like, if you didn't think that Sultai was the best color combination before.
So Titan's Nest, 1 colorless, black, blue, green, right? At the beginning of your upkeep, look at the top card of your library. You may choose to put it into your graveyard if you want. So Surveil 1 at the beginning of upkeep. That's pretty decent. It's alright, but then the real star of it is the fact that it has an activated ability. Exile a card from your graveyard, add a colorless, spend this mana only to cast a colored spell without X in its mana cost. Absurd. Really good. Essentially pseudo delve on every spell in your deck now. Yeah. Really good. I don't know. Can't wait to see what comes of that.
I can't wait to break
That'll
it.
be a fun card in Standard.
I can't wait to
and Commander and every other format, for that matter.
Whenever
Really neat
Ikoria
card.
finally releases and we have all of these cards, I think I'm gonna build a deck and then show it off. Maybe we'll do an episode of Battle of Wits where we actually play the game instead of give sort of informed, rambling opinions on
know,
the
it's fun
game.
I know, they got some cool stuff. So, like, what, that Mythos cycle? I think that's a really cool design space.
Yes, and Seb McKinnon's art is just...
always killer. So the Mythoses are cool. There's one for each monocolor, but then they also have an additional cost to them to, if you pay 2 different colors of mana, it'll do an additional effect.
Which is
Really
obviously keyed to the
colors, yeah.
to the
So, like,
to the shards.
Mythos of Iluna, it's the blue one. So it's 2 colorless, 2 blue. Create a token that's a copy of target permanent. So already right there, you have the first clone spell that can copy a land. So this is something we've talked about a few times in the video, me especially because it's a design space that I really want to happen. Land tokens. This is the first of it, so hopefully we'll get more soon.
And I mean, we already got the counters that, like, you called that, by the way. You called that.
Yeah.
So far ahead. You were way far ahead of your time. You're like, give him a flying counter or a vigilance counter.
Yeah.
You know, like.
It's just, it makes sense. But back to the Mythos of Iluna. 4 mana, 2 blue, 2 colors, create a token that's a copy of target permanent. If red-green was spent to cast this spell, instead create a token that's a copy of that permanent, except the token has, whenever this permanent enters the battlefield, if it's a creature, it fights up to 1 target creature you don't control. Something red-green always likes to do is fight. Very just thematic, nice cards. You know, blue always has its clones, red-green is always fighting. So, perfect combo of the 2.
Temur has a really cool enchantment. What the heck was the name of that? Is whenever you cast a spell, draw 2 cards at your end step, discard your hand, which is a lot like, I think it was Recycle that did that.
So we got Song of Creation, 1 green, blue, red. You may play an additional land on each of your turns. Whenever you cast a spell, draw 2. At the beginning of your end step, discard your hand.
Bless.
I'm each of the wedges, shards, wedges. Wedges here got an enchantment and an ultimatum and a mythos.
Yes,
and
a legendary,
creature.
like the giant monsters.
Yes,
which is cool. You know, I Wizards has a thing with giant monsters in these colors because remember Khans was like the same thing. The dragons were all giant monsters keyed to those colors, to those color patterns, which, you know, we get it. That's kind of their trope, but I think Ikoria is kind of like a mixture of Tarkir and
I can see that.
And not Alara, the morning tide, Shadowmoor, you know, that whole era. That whole era. It's definitely a callback to that with the manipulation of mana, the giant creatures. If you have, you get this, and focusing a lot on what color was spent to cast spells. You know, that was something that when I first learned how to play Magic...
It's going to be like a colors matter set.
Yes, when I first was playing Magic, everybody told me that, like, you know, the colors, it doesn't matter, you know, and I took that a little bit too much to heart early on because I was a bad Magic player and wasn't playing at an LGS. I was just playing with my friends at the lunch table, so I didn't have a whole lot of information. And then obviously as I learned the game, I'm like, oh no, colors matter all of the time. But now they're, you know, WotC's just kind of driving that home with all of the multicolor stuff, which we're super excited for. I am a firm believer that if you're playing Commander and you're not playing 3 or more colors, then why are you doing it? But then again, I also play all the dual color and monocolor
Me
commanders.
over here who's only played monocolored and dual color, really. For the most part.
You know, I like to keep it complicated.
I played 5 color.
You know, I like to find the most complicated way to win possible. My Yidris deck, I won by gut shot. Infinite gut shots.
Yeah, that was nice.
I remember too because I was playing back to back with somebody and somebody like looked over their shoulder and looked at my hand and was like, "Why is this in your deck?" Because not only was it a gut shot, it was a foil gut shot. It was the only foil in my deck because it was the only one I could find at the time, the only gut shot I could find at the time. And my response at first was just, free storm. And then I won with it. And I was like, that's why it's in my deck.
Isochron Paradox. Yeah.
Rest in peace, Paradox Engine. You deserve to go, but not for the
reason. Speaking of
you
Commander, probably the most important part of Ikoria here that's going to affect Commander, besides that there's the Commander set tied in with the Ikoria, whatever. Companions.
It's a bad idea.
It's rough. I am not a fan at all of companions.
They banned Lutri.
Yeah, they banned
The
Lutri
Q
outright,
otter.
which of course is going to happen. I think it kind of just has to, honestly, for that card.
If
sadly.
you're playing blue-red, it's a must include. It's
So,
just a guarantee. You
companions
have to play it.
are each non-land card. Each companion is going to have a set of restrictions. So Lutri, the one that got banned in EDH before it's even released, each non-land card in your starting deck has a different name. So automatically that's Commander because it's a singleton format.
Unless you're, I think that includes basic lands.
Yeah,
so
it says
you
each
ha-
non-land.
Yeah.
Lands
it
don't
does
matter
say-
at all.
Oh wow. Okay.
So in Commander, it's automatically able to be played in any blue-red deck. So every blue-red deck will play with it because it's a 101st card. Why would you not just play with it? Or I don't think it'd be 101st. I think it still has to count into the total of the deck of 100 cards, maybe. So it
Now
would
your
be-
deck is one card thinner.
Yeah, your deck's a card thinner, and you always have this card in your hand that you can cast now. And then Lutri, of course, has Flash by the nature of it, and when it enters the battlefield, if you cast it, copy target instant or sorcery spell you control. You may choose new targets for the copy.
It's a dual
And it's
caster
a
mage
3/2.
that you just always have access to,
so
which is really silly.
They're all hybrid mana, one colorless, and then hybrid of their two colors. So Lutri's blue-red hybrid, colorless mana. A lot of the other ones are pretty cool. A lot of people are talking about Larissa the Dream Den, the white-black one in Vintage and Legacy.
Eggs.
Companion, each permanent card in your starting deck has converted mana cost 2 or less. So for permanents, hey, we're playing Storm. My permanents are all 0 drops or less. So yeah, sure. And then the ability is during each of your turns, you may cast one permanent spell with converted mana cost 2 or less from your graveyard. Hi, Black Lotus, I just cast you twice. 6 mana for free.
Yeah, or even in Legacy, like Lion's Eye.
Yeah, Lion's Eye Diamond, Storm Off, Yogg's Will, all that kind of stuff, yeah.
There's a ton of things that you can do with that.
There's
It's
some
broken.
gross stuff. But yeah, companions are pretty powerful.
I just think it was a bad idea for a mechanic.
It'll be interesting.
They added so many mechanics into the game as is, and just
Yeah, there's a lot that's added into this. All the keyword counters and stuff like that.
when you have to
We got
release
mutate, yeah.
when
it's
you have to
insane.
release videos to explain how mechanics work,
Yeah, not
because
good.
the rules text itself is not enough.
Yeah.
I
mutate
get that.
shouldn't have happened, I don't think.
Yeah,
as
like,
it is.
I get that you really want to make innovative and groundbreaking things, and you always want to get people excited for a set, and you always want to get people invested in the set, but like,
If people are that confused, that's bad.
yeah, like, I get that they're aiming for like the 16 to 30 range as
Yeah.
far as the age range goes. That's like, that's the niche that they're aiming for, even though like I started playing Magic when I was 8, and I know people that are in their 70s and play Magic still, so like,
I didn't start till 15, 16, I think. That's about right for me, yeah.
yeah,
I think I was like sophomore, junior in high school.
I learned
something
with
like
Portal
that, yeah.
cards, and
About
then
10 years ago.
and then I got the gift box that was 7th edition deck that had the
Yeah.
foil Thorn Elemental that everyone has, and a disc for Windows 95 and 98 that you could play on there.
To learn how
And
to play.
that was the origin of like
Awful.
Battlegrounds and Arena and Moto and all
Yeah.
of those things, because it was literally top-down Magic from the
Yeah.
computer.
Awful.
Man, rest in peace to dial-up, bro. That was back before games had DLC, when if you beat it, you just beat it, and then like you just played it again when you got bored. Those were the days.
That's not true. Diablo had expansions and stuff back in the day.
Yeah,
played
but
a
like
lot of
I'm
games that
talking
had
about
expansions.
non-PC games. I'm talking about like
Yeah,
console
that's fair. All right,
console
that's fair.
games. Yeah,
My PC, I'm used to the DLC with PC
I have never been
expansions and stuff. Yeah.
I've never been a PC gamer. The only game that I've consistently played on PC has been City of Heroes and Champions Online, which, by the way,
League
if
of
you play
Legends.
either of those, hit me up. I'm always down. Or almost always down. But like 99% of the time, especially if it's COH.
And if you ever want someone to run it down mid, hit me up.
Yeah, I can't play League or Smite. I play
I
them
can't
both
either. That's why I
poorly,
just run it down mid.
really
I
badly.
just int all day. It's awful.
So, yeah, there's not a lot of Magic news because we're all locked in our houses. Or we should be all locked in our houses. You should be watching this from home and not, like, you know,
Yes.
closer than 6 feet away with somebody you're not normally around. But in any case, hit us up if there's any games that y'all want to play during quarantine, because, you know, we're always looking to connect with our fans and our friends. You know, we're trying to break isolation mentally. Obviously not physically, but we're trying to do our best to still remain people instead of turning into snack goblins hiding in our rooms playing video games all day.
That's why I'm gonna start a Twitch stream tonight.
Yeah.
Just catch me there. Twitch TV/H4HXJosh.
That's the boy. That's my boy.
Yeah, this will go up in a couple days. I'll already have the stream ready and everything, and it'll be like good and set up for when they watch it. Cause like today when I get it set up, it's gonna be horrible.
Oh, absolutely. Every once in a while, I'll just photobomb in the back. I'll just show up and just start picking my belly button.
He's not allowed in my house.
It's not true.
I have a shotgun.
I cut your hair. Not
shotgun.
lately, but
Yeah, lately.
as you can see.
You're moving crazy, bro.
But yeah, let us know in the comments, you know, which, there's a bunch of commanders that are coming out, but like, I don't...
There was nothing too exciting, I don't
Yeah,
think, for the commanders. They looked good, they're solid, they're going to be fun, I think, but there wasn't anything that was just like, wow, that's really good.
Just the
that
Sultai.
wasn't in the commander decks. Like, in the actual, like, Ikoria set, there's some really good stuff for commander, I think, but the precons themselves, while they're insane value, from what I've heard, are the reprints in them, but... yeah, just pick them up. They're good. They'll be fun.
And hit us up. We're on Facebook, Haven for Heroes. We're on Instagram, @Haven for Heroes. We're on Twitter, @Haven for Heroes. We have a Discord. We'll probably put the link
Haven for Heroes. We can
somewhere
post it on Facebook or something soon. Yeah.
here.
Oh, we're there? Oh, okay.
Yeah, put it over my eyes like sunglasses. Plus, no one can ever see my eyes anyway because I'm always squinting too much because I laugh too much. Fucking idiot.
I wonder if Doug's done rambling yet.
No, never. Ever. The reason these videos are so long is because I can't shut up. I get nervous and I don't know what to talk about because we don't script this at all.
That was me looking at the producer, hoping he'd kill Doug there. It didn't happen.
It's very Eric Andre. Bro, I left mine in my girl's car. That's not cool. All right, 3436 Front Street, Port Jervis, New York. 12771. Haven for Heroes. You know the vibes. We'll see you later.
That was beautiful. Good job. Proud of you.
Thanks. See us later on in Wits Season 3, Episode 2, Electric Boogaloo. Doug finds Kurt Cobain's enchanted shotgun.
Oh.